to start this project was a measuring cup, some tea leaves, and my original drawings that I wanted to tea stain. I also used a cooking tray to put the tea leaves in so they could soak. So first I needed to soak the tea leaves, and to do that I needed to get some warm water. So first I just took my measuring cup and filled up some water from the sink. Next I just took that water and put it in the microwave, and I just heated it for 2 minutes. With my water heated, I took my tea leaves. I just used some old tea I found in my cupboard from our local market, and I spread it all over the cooking pan. I'm not even really sure what kind of tea this is. I'm not sure if there's a specific type you should be using for tea staining, but I just used what I had on hand and it seemed to work out. Once I had all my tea spread, it was time to add the water that I had just heated up. So I pulled that from the microwave and poured it onto the tea I had spread out. I wanted to let this seep for a few minutes, so I'm not sure exactly how long I let it seep. The packet to actually make the tea recommended 3 to 5 minutes, so I did a little bit longer than that, maybe 8 minutes. I really wanted to make sure that I could get the tea to seep well and get a lot of color out of it. After a little bit, I took a spoon and just mixed the tea around a little bit more, trying to distribute that color a little bit more evenly all throughout the water and throughout the pan. Then I just let it seep a bit longer and I was ready to add my paper to the mixture. So I'll willingly admit I really had no idea what I was doing going into this. It seemed to work out okay. I'm sure there are a lot better ways to do it. But for me, I just kind of put them in, and I did a lot of different times because I wanted to see if different times would make different, stain it better or worse. And I think putting it in a little bit longer is okay, but it is really about finding that sweet spot between over soaking the paper so it kind of ruins the paper versus not soaking it long enough that the paper isn't able to absorb any of the color. After I was done, I took my papers and I brought them outside to dry. For drying, I just took a string and hung it outside and then got some clothespins and just hung them up. I let the tea leaves on the paper because I figured that might also add more color as it dries. So this was the end result of the tea staining. It's a bit hard to see. I tried to change the lighting because I was in my basement when I recorded this, but I actually decided to paint mine. So I moved on and got some watercolors and took different pictures from the internet and copied the colors and painted the rest of my herb cards. So these are my finished products. I think they turned out pretty great, and it was a fun and good way to spend time during our quarantine. So stay busy, everyone. Bye.